Hey puppy. Hi. Do you want to be in the video today? Do you want to make a little cameo? Maybe? No? Okay. Hey everybody, it's Cami. Today we're going to talk about the holidays and how that specifically relates to the trans experience. Before we get to that though, I do want to say that YouTube has been automatically filtering and removing comments that it thinks might be offensive or whatever, but yet it's still letting through the transphobic ones. So I don't delete comments, I only delete the transphobic ones. So if you leave a comment and then it vanishes, I assure you I wasn't the one who removed it. So just try again with maybe some different verbiage or whatever, because I do like hearing from you. That is the whole point that I do what I do, is to have this conversation and to talk about stuff with you. So, the holidays. Personally, I hate the holidays with a fierce fucking passion. I hate the holidays. I don't really exactly know why, I just have never liked the holidays. Now, if you're one of those people who does like the holidays, then more power to you. I'm actually kind of envious of the fact that you may like the holidays. So this video is not meant to take anything away from people who do like the holidays. That being said, there are a lot of people who have a hard time during the holidays, and not just trans people. A lot of people have trouble on the holidays, so maybe this video will have wider appeal in that sense. Holidays are a tough time for a lot of people. Trans people especially, who are dealing with transphobia and or transphobic relatives and not being out to certain relatives and just all the stress that comes with that. But I want to make this point particularly clear. You are not required to visit assholes. I'll say that again. You are not required to visit assholes. Just to make that clear. Now this year, 2020, has a whole slew of other things going on with the coronavirus raging. A lot of people aren't able to do the same kind of get-togethers that we normally do. So this video might not make as much sense in the immediate right now, but hopefully it will have more impact and meaning going forward as well. So I personally have, like I said at the top, I've never liked the holidays. Thanksgiving in particular. Again, I don't know why. I've never been, or sorry, with one exception, I've never been to a Thanksgiving get-together where I wasn't intensely uncomfortable. The one time where I wasn't intensely uncomfortable, I was pretty drunk through most of it. In my defense, I was at a couple of my very good friends' house, and I had a couple extremely attractive people handing me shots. So what's a lesbian to do if Cutie's handing her shots? She's gonna keep taking them. You know who you are. So that one Thanksgiving notwithstanding, I have never been to a Thanksgiving gathering that I was comfortable with. And the same thing goes really with Christmas gatherings as well. I still do the Thanksgiving thing because it is important to people who are important to me. And so I still go, I still participate. If I could, if I had the ability, I would happily hop in the car and go find something to do for and then just come back after everybody had left. I am intensely uncomfortable the entire time. I've started to become sort of okay with Christmas, but really because our current Christmas tradition is my girlfriend and I together by ourselves all day. So I am obviously more comfortable with that, but generally speaking, I am still intensely uncomfortable with. Because of that, also, I hate getting gifts. I get so uncomfortable, like intensely uncomfortable. And I've tried telling people so many times, do not get me gifts. And people who don't understand how uncomfortable it makes me think that, and it's no maliciousness on their part, but people who don't understand will think, well, I'll get you something, but I won't make a big deal out of it. It's like, it doesn't matter how big of a deal you make out of it. It's the very act of giving me the gift that makes me so uncomfortable. Holiday gifts, birthday gifts are another one. Anyway, that's kind of an aside. So to get back to the you don't have to visit assholes, there's a weird concept especially here in the US, there's a weird concept that family is somehow different than other people that you know, which is utter bullshit. Just because you are biologically related to someone means that does not mean that they hold some sort of special relationship. If they're not good to you, if they're not good people, you don't owe them a single goddamn thing. If you have an uncle or a grandfather or whatever who is some transphobic douchebag, fuck them. You do not need them in your life. Anyone who is a toxic, terrible person, you owe them nothing. That is especially true when these types of people try and guilt you into going to some sort of holiday get-together because it's for family or some horse shit like that. If you take nothing else away from this video, take away the fact that you're not required to visit assholes. Like, seriously, I cannot overstress this. If there are people that you enjoy being around, whether you share DNA with them or not, those are the people that you enjoy being around. Just because you share DNA with someone does not necessarily mean that you enjoy being around them. I have always been of the opinion that biology does not mean some sort of like loyalty. I have a biological sister who's quite a bit older than me, who I haven't spoken to in decades because she is a horrible piece of shit of a human being. And I want absolutely nothing to do with her. It doesn't matter that we share DNA. She has tried, she's such a manipulative narcissist bitch. She's tried many times to play the whole like, but you're my little brother, whatever. But it's horseshit. Don't fall for it. The people who are nice to you, the people who support you, the people who are good to you, those are the people that you put your energy into. Don't let somebody else control you and make you feel like less of a person to be in an unhealthy, unsafe situation. You are not required to visit these people. You are not required to speak to these people. You may be feeling guilt on the inside about it, but I assure you, you are not required to. That guilt is something that's been imposed upon you. Don't put yourself in an unhealthy situation. Don't put yourself in a situation that's going to compromise your well-being, your mental health, sometimes your physical health. Don't do it. Now, this obviously doesn't work as well if you are a child or a teenager who is in this type of situation because you don't have the autonomy to opt out of going to these things. If you do have the autonomy to opt out, then obviously do so. Don't put yourself in dangerous, unhealthy situations. If you don't have the opportunity to opt out of these things and you still have to go, that sucks. It is fucking terrible. And I don't have a direct solution or bit of advice for you. Aside from this, what you are going through, you are not the only person going through it. A lot of people are stuck in these types of situations where they don't have the option to express that autonomy. But always remember that the situation you are in right now is not eternal. As soon as you are able to do so, you can leave the situation that you're in. And it's gonna be fucking brutal until you get there. But once you do get there, you'll be able to gain your own autonomy and you'll be able to make your own decisions. So keep it together. Do your damnedest to keep it together until such time as you can express that autonomy. I'm going to reiterate super bluntly, don't hurt yourself. Don't submit to depression the way so many trans teens do because you feel stuck in a situation. The situation is not eternal. Find your resources, reach out to them if you can, but mostly just kind of get through it as best you can because before long you will have the ability to exercise your own autonomy. Mostly, I just want to make sure that everybody stays safe. Whether it's a toxic situation from dealing with relatives, whether it's being in a situation where you're constantly misgendered because you're not out to the people around you, or whether it's the larger existential dread of coronavirus. Stay safe. I'll leave it there. If you like what I had to say, then I welcome you to subscribe. I'm back regularly with videos about the trans experience. You can check out any of my other videos over here down here. Most of them have my face on them. I don't run ads on the channel. If you want to support the channel financially, you can check out the Patreon, link in the description. You can get your name listed on screen, and you get access to scripts and show notes for both this channel and the other channel. Stay safe, you guys. Enjoy your holidays, and I will see you next time for our 7-month HRT update. We'll see what's changed since last time. Bye, guys.